All right, everybody, welcome to the show. We're live. We're live. I didn't do a live earlier today. I greatly want to apologize, but we're doing a late night. Late night stocks and crypto analysis. Now, obviously, I think crypto's stupid, but we'll look into whatever crypto you want, whatever stocks you want me to look into, and I'll let you know my honest opinion. Honestly, I think all crypto's grifto. But we'll see how grifty, we'll see on the grifto meter how grifto a crypto may be. So that shit's always very entertaining. So, good afternoon, everybody. Let me get something up here real quick. The Pink Brony Club, dude. The Brony Bros, dude. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun. What up, everybody? We're just about there. We're getting Stream Chat Ninja all squared away. So yeah, $5 super chat. Anybody, if you guys want to, if you want me to analyze what you got going on, man. I'll analyze crypto. I'll analyze, even though I think crypto sucks. Obviously, I'm not a crypto fan. We'll analyze just about anything. Now, $5 minimum for analysis. And by the way, none of this is financial advice. Just want to give a heads up. Not financial advice. Always talk to a financial advisor. This is just for fun. Yeah, we love to analyze things. We like to see what's out there. This is more for me than it is for you. So this is my curiosity, and I'll give you guys my hot take on whatever stocks or crypto you guys have putting out there, that you're putting out there. I think cryptocurrency at the end of the day is grifter currency. I really don't believe in it at all. But yeah, what I'll do is we're gonna get stockanalysis.com out. We're gonna put it up on the screen here in just a second, actually. No, crypto sucks. Cryptocurrency is grifter currency. I'm not a crypto fan because cryptocurrencies lack intrinsic value. That's a problem for me. That's why at the end of the day, it's just for gamblers. Do you ever notice how the only people who seem to be into cryptocurrencies happen to be gamblers, basically? They have no real long-term outlook, and they can't give you a firm reason, like a real reason, why Bitcoin matters, like why Bitcoin's a good long-term hold, except for that if you don't get in, you're going to stay poor forever. You better watch out. You're going to be poor. That's always the same excuse. Yeah, I know. I'm looking totally normal and totally sane. What? Who would have thunk? I decided not to do a late-night crazy stream. I put a lot of mustard on myself, sure. Yeah, I like mustard. It's part of my routine. The mustard keeps me feeling young. But there's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, at least not in my mind, at least. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. $5 super chats equals stock or crypto ticker analysis. So just let me know what ticker symbol you want me to look up, and we'll take a look at it together in stockanalysis.com. Stockanalysis.com is a really cool website, by the way. So anybody who's never been there or is thinking about checking it out, it's a very, very cool, very, very nice little resource. I mean, I personally love it. I think it's great. I'm going to fit this to the window for a little bit. There we go. That fits to the window a little bit better. But yeah, I think you guys are going to... so Captain Cake says, okay, I was just making sure I wasn't insane and that this was that channel. Yeah, so here's the thing, man. We're a variety show. The Michael Garza Show is not a one-trick pony. We do a lot of stuff. Sometimes we do stock analysis. Sometimes we, I love putting mustard on myself, though. I've got an obsession with that. I love it so much. And I thought about doing it tonight, but I was like, no, I want to analyze some stocks. And I want you guys to surprise me with a few super chats. So $5 super chats equals stock or crypto ticker analysis. I think crypto sucks, but I'll still look at the crypto for you. I think most areas, dude, here's the thing, man. Just because I don't travel to other exotic countries doesn't mean shit. I think if you get exposed to too many cultures, I think you get a little bit of culture, I don't know, you start thinking other cultures are just so great because they're not. You could take one and you can analyze another culture and be like, I'm good. Be like, okay. America's better because we praise the individual and not the group. That matters. Well, it's not hard. Let's just get that out of the way. Investing isn't hard. Everybody's like, where do I start? Where do I begin? Well, get this. If you want to start, sign up for a brokerage account. I'll make it easy for you. I'll give you an example. I use Robinhood and I use Charles Schwab. You can sign up for any of their individual brokerage accounts, free of charge, by the way, no commission fees as far as last time I checked. So Robinhood, I will admit, is a very simple interface. In fact, I like Robinhood's interface more than anything. It's just easy to navigate, very mobile friendly. And in my opinion, Robinhood is still a very reputable brokerage firm. So yeah, as far as I know, if you're at least, I believe, 18 years or older, it's not financial advice by any means, but you can sign up for your own brokerage account. It's not hard. You sign up for Robinhood, or you could sign up for Charles Schwab or any other brokerage you feel most comfortable with. The point I'm trying to make is get a brokerage, link your bank account to that brokerage account that you set up, and then just deposit some money in there, and then look for an ETF. I think that's the easiest way to start, in my opinion. I wish I would have started that way. Instead, I started out getting very speculative things. Now, obviously, I changed my ways, and I was like, okay, I'm being an idiot. Once you learn how to invest, though, it's not like it. It's CNBC and Fox Business and all the and all of the internet likes to make investing seem like a very difficult task. Investing is probably the easiest thing you're ever going to learn. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Investing is not hard. I'm talking about real investing. I'm not talking about day trading. Day trading is not investing. Day trading is just gambling, straight up. Swing trading can be gambling if you're stupid about it, but honestly, if you're swing trading a diversified product, you're usually good pretty much every time over a certain time horizon. Either way, if you're looking for a quick buck, I mean, the stock market is temperamental. Oh. But look, if you want to be a real investor, stop being a gambler. Whatever gamblers are doing, gamblers chase short-term profits. They don't think about anything in long-term mode. They don't even think in terms of weekly. They think in terms of daily. You got to delay your gratification at some point, man. You got to delay the gratification at some point. Anyway, so if you guys want me to analyze one of the ticker symbols, absolutely feel free to get in on it. We use stockanalysis.com to figure out a lot of the stuff, and yeah. Here, in fact, I'm gonna. There we go. Okay. Boom. But yeah, so make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. We're trying to get more subscribers, obviously. That is something we're always trying to accomplish in any way that we can. I'm too tired. I thought I'd be able to do some of this tonight, but yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. More simps we have, the better. So yeah, overall, I mean, if you guys want any particular cryptocurrency or stock to be analyzed, how about this? While we're waiting for a super chat, I am going to actually look up a stock right now. Let's go over one of my favorite stocks to hold, Realty Income Corporation. They are a real estate investment trust. I happen to love them quite a bit. Take a look at some of their info. All right, this is how they've done in the last year. Now, markets could be a little bit bipolar, all right? So keep that in mind. But yeah, Realty Income, ticker symbol O. Like I said, they're definitely one of my favorite companies out there, mainly because I love the exposure that you get to real estate. I love the monthly dividend. It's still one of my favorites. Am I overly concentrated in this position? No. But I do love this company, and I do own it at the bare minimum 1 share. That's how much I love it. I know it's a stable company. I know it's a good one. My goal really at the end of the day is diversification. Diversify. That is pretty much my battle cry on this channel is stay as diversified as you can and don't give up on that diversification, man. It's important. I think that's the one thing they don't teach enough is that get diversified early. Get into some ETFs, exchange-traded funds is what that means. Get into those. You'll get your diversification very quickly because a lot of those ETFs are baskets, have baskets of companies within them. Obviously, talk to a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But on an independent level, this is one of my favorite individual companies, individual stocks. So the market capitalization of this company is $55.01 billion. It's got some it's trailing revenue. Let's see here. It's $5.48 billion. That's incredible. Net income is oh, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay. 908.13 mil. Shares outstanding, 916.99 mil. And let's see. EPS 1.03. 52-week range is kind of spanned from $50.71 to $64.68. Not bad. Anytime a company like this dips, I'm not going to lie, I definitely love to buy the dip on it. And most analysts say it's a hold. I agree with them. Analyst price target is $62. Interesting. I kind of buy REITs at. I try not to buy them at too overvalued of a price. I'm afraid of overspending by too much. Obviously, any company that you get in the stock market is going to be hella overvalued. That's just a fact of life right there. Let's see what else we got here. So their dividend this is per year, by the way. Their dividend totaled over the year averages out to be $3.23 per year. It's let's see, a 5.37% yield. That's a pretty good annual yield. I like that. It's been a while since I looked at Realty Income stats. Now here's the kicker. Price over earnings. Now, price over earnings is not the end-all be-all. It is something to be mindful of, though, right? You don't want to get into a company that's too overvalued. So the higher the PE ratio, the more overvalued that company actually is by all technicality. Now, there's more to this. You can look at the financials and stuff. Let's take a look at some of the financials here. Rental revenue, other revenue. Total revenue, and this is by millions of dollars, so what you're seeing is like you got to add a few zeros on that. So let's see, 5.4 mil. Where's that billion? Oh, hold on. It's been a while since I looked at some I don't look at I don't comb through financial statements all the time. I'm just way too diversified, brother. Give me a moment. Oh yeah, by the way, so when you guys see TTM, this is something I forgot to explain. It's like trailing 12-month average, if I remember right. Like trailing 12 months. It's basically like a company's like like financial performance data from like the most recent 12 consecutive months, essentially. So it kind of gives you a general idea. I think that's enough time usually to still some good long-term data. It's not. Here's the thing. I don't think it's good enough to just look at the market price as something. Because, like, for example, if you were to look at how well Bitcoin has done over the last 5 years, you would think it was the best asset of all time. But in all reality, if you look at what Bitcoin is, you realize it has an intrinsic value of zero, and that everything about Bitcoin is basically bubblenomics. And bubblenomics is something to avoid. Like, you don't want to get into anything that has zero intrinsic value, because anything with an intrinsic value of zero eventually goes to zero. So this is something that people don't tend to pay attention to, and it's a little frustrating. I really wish more people would pay attention to stuff like this. But they don't, and that's, it's on them at the end of the day. Oh, shit. My boy Nate Dogg sent a mystery gift of 650 joules. The joules, Betty, the joules. I don't know, what is the mystery gift? Oh, it's a happy poop, dude. Nate Dogg is throwing poop. He's throwing 5 times the poop, 6 times. Oh my God. The jewels, Betty, the jewels. For that, I'm going to do an analysis. You know what? I'm going to do an analysis on my buddy's, this is Senseonics. This is a company my buddy likes. I don't know if he's necessarily going to like my analysis on it because I do believe it is kind of a speculative company, but it's going to be an honest analysis, right? So we're going to look at Senseonics on stockanalyst.com. So where's Senseonics? Senseonics Holdings. There we go. So because Nathan was nice enough to send the jewels. Oh, shit. So Nate Dogg says, I just hopped on and they gave me jewels. Somebody gave you jewels? Like, did YouTube just, like, give you free jewels? Well, hold on. Nathan, I thought you... Hold on. I know it's not like... I know it's speculative for sure, but it's not... Just because it's speculative doesn't mean it doesn't have an opportunity to become a bigger company. Now... here's the thing. Do you feel like they're ran into the ground a little bit? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, I've not done a full on analysis of Senseonics, but I figured since you're technically the first person to send, jewels technically count as a super chat, by the way, just as a heads up. So because they're a currency that does convert into actual dollars for me. So. Even it sounds like you got some free money to throw some jewels at me, so this is a good time for me to do a stock analysis. Because technically I was doing $5 analysis, and that's close enough to $5. So we'll do one on Senseonics Holding, and you're my brony brother, so we're all about the nude male horseplay on this show. Let's see. All right, so let's take a look at Senseonics. So $7.01. Let's take a quick overview, though. I do like to look at the overview. Let's take a look at the last year. 2620. They have gone down quite a bit, admittedly. Do one on Bitcoin. I just might. There's honestly... I could do an analysis on Bitcoin pretty easily. There's no way for me to measure its value, so I would just basically take one look at it and be like, yeah, the market value's lying about this because it has an intrinsic value of 0 and it's just basically strings of data at the end of the day. But I like looking at companies because you can actually figure out if, like, is this a proven company? Does it have potential for future earnings? And that's when if you get in early into a company, it could be a real big deal. Let's see. But yeah, anybody, if you guys want me to analyze your guys' stocks, we'll definitely do it. But my analysis on Bitcoin is so simple. It's a Ponzi scheme. But after I'm done looking at Senseonics, I'll take a look at I'll see if Bitcoin's listed on stockanalyst.com. I put the anal in analyst. I put the anal in an analyst. Let's take a look here. So market cap of the company, the market values it at $285.5 million. Let's see, revenue trailing 12-month average is $25.47 mil. Ooh, that's actually kind of a red flag right there. Net income. So it's net income for the trailing 12 months average is minus 68.21 million. That means it is bleeding a little bit. It is bleeding. The operating cost might be a little too high. The 52-week range has been $5 to 20. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm hiccuping. Thank you for the jewels, my man. Price target, let's see. It's my man Nate Dogg. So this company was founded in 1996. I'm kind of curious, how long have they been Sorry guys, I'm going to struggle today. I want to look at their maximum time frame. So it looks like they've been public. I don't know. I think this only goes all as far the way back. 2016. Let's see. Now, here's the thing, though. Analysts are saying it's a strong buy. Now, I'm not always a big fan of what the analysts have to say, but Nate Dogg, it is possible that a lot of the analysts are seeing what you're seeing, right? They may be bleeding money, but, you know, sometimes the path to profitability can take a bit of time. Look at Amazon. You know, Amazon as a company was kind of, you know, some people thought it would never lift off the ground. And then when it became profitable, man, it was like a behemoth. So it was tough to stop Amazon, man, once it got going. Here's the thing. I'm not saying you should buy the dip on this company. I'm not too sure what you should do with this company. If you've already invested quite a bit, which I can't remember what your exact holdings for this company was, but honestly, yeah. So, I mean, it does have the FDA approval, like you said. The FDA approval for that product is good, and that could be a real moneymaker. They just need to, and by the way, we're going to give a quick heads up on this one. I want to give you guys a quick about Senseonics. And this is not an endorsement of the company. I'm only looking this up just for educational purposes. I'm trying to find out more about it to see if I want to expand my position on it personally. This is not a recommendation. Talk to a financial advisor. Not financial advice. Not my computer, not my car, clearly not my microphone, but most importantly, not financial advice. Senseonics Holdings is a commercial stage medical technology company, focuses on development and manufacturing of continuous glucose monitoring. God, these hiccups are killing me. CGM systems for people with diabetes in the United States and internationally. The company's products include EverSense, EverSense XL, EverSense E3, and EverSense 365, which are implantable CGM systems to measure glucose levels in people with diabetes through the under the skin sensor. The removable and rechargeable smart transmitter and an app for real-time diabetes monitoring and management. This is, I honestly think it's really cool. I mean, this seems pretty neat. Now, I will say the only thing that scares me is the financials. Is the company bleeding capital? Is it being mismanaged? This is the one, even if a company has a great product or even a fantastic product pipeline, I want to know the systems that keep the show running. Like, do they have a good corporate structure? Are they cooking the books? Have they been a part of any scandals? That sort of thing. So looking at the financials, I like looking at the standardized. I don't really go into total detail. I want to know, like, what is their debt? What is their debt to income? Right? I want to know, do they borrow a lot of money just to maintain operational status? Do they issue a ton of shares just so they could try to fundraise a little bit for the company to maintain? I want to know what their cost of operation is. So their revenue is, let's see, 22.47. I'm assuming that this is in the, let's see. Oh, here we go. There's a bar chart. These bar charts will make it easier for us to see. Okay, so revenue actually isn't that bad. From 2020, 2021, all the way up to 2024, it's been pretty solid. Their revenue hasn't... 2023 and 2024, it's maintained revenue the same balance, doesn't seem to have grown. From 2020 to 2021, though, there's definitely a growth, and then from 2021 to 2022, growth. I would say it seems like they're on the right path, like revenue growth now look there's definitely a difference between revenue and profit, because revenue is just the cash coming in. We're not taking into account taxes yet. We're not even taking into account cost of operation. Let's take a look. Cost of revenue. This is another important thing to realize. So cost of revenue is also called cost of goods sold, COGS. It is the variable cost related to the company's production of the products and services. This is one of those things that if you take a look at it, we got a little bar chart. Now it looks like their operational costs have kind of got back to the 2020 levels. Their gross profit, though, which is important, cost of operations versus revenue. And then, let's see, 2020, man, they were down in the dumps. Look at that. Their net profit was rough in 2020. Minus 17 mil. Shit, bro. Shit. However, I will look at this. There's some profit. There's some positive profit there. I would say that this company might... Nathan, this company might be kind of a diamond in the rough the more I look into it. I'm not going to, recommend anybody get into it. I'm not going to recommend that it's going to 10x. I don't recommend anything. But it might be worth looking at other analysts, their actual analysis of this company. Because I'm not necessarily... Another happy poop emoji from my boy Nate Dogg and his things and shit. James sent clutch. Hey... The jewels, Betty, the jewels. I'm getting jewels everywhere, man. People are flooding me with jewels, and I'm a happy man, dude. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Michael sucking cock, I used to have a little wang, now I have a big one. Pretty sick. There is something I got to do real quick, you guys. Hold on. If you don't love me now, you can never love me again. Never break the chain, never. If you don't love me now, never love me again. Give me 1 second, folks. So that's crazy, Nathan. So YouTube gave you like free e-gifts or something? I mean, either way, the jewels actually convert into dollars for me. Yeah, I got my NA beer. $1,000 gem things. Well, I ain't gonna argue with it, man. If you got free gifts that you can give to sleazy creators like myself, I appreciate it, bro. It's my Nate Dogg is my homie. He's my real life homie. Everybody else on here, the Eagle, whenever he's on here, he's a real life homie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it'd be dope if I could. Like if it was actually like some sort of gift. I think it's just they're kind of like stickers. They're like virtual gift stickers, I think, is what these boil down to. I actually can't see them show up on the screen because I'm not doing this from my mobile phone, because if I was doing it from my mobile phone, it'd be a little easier to see those. Not. So I just assume that Brad Latkin has taken over my buddy's YouTube account. That's my assumption at this point. He's like, not your friends, not your fridge. By the way, I just want to say one thing. Not my computer, not my jacket, not my microphone, not financial advice. All right? So Nate Dogg is asking, how are you going to NPC if you can't see the emotes? Well, it does tell me what emotes you're giving me. So, for example, I was able to see that you're giving me a happy poop one because it said that you had given me a happy poop for 10 jewels. And then I see that James, for example, sent me clutch for 30 jewels. So I know the names of these gifts. I just can't see these. Like, I can't see, like, what the sticker looks like. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see the happy poop show up on my screen. You know what I mean? I do see the words happy poop, and I would love to see the happy poop. I'm eating poop. Fly on Garza's Balls is in the chat. Welcome, Fly on Garza's Balls. I saw him in the chat a little earlier. But now back to Senseonics, because I am curious about this company, like legitimately. I will admit these poops, these virtual poops, yum, yum. Oh yeah, give me poopy. Oh, I want the poopy. Give me happy poop, everybody. Hey, everybody, I want a happy poop emoji. All right? I demand happy poop emojis. All right, that's all I want, dude. I just demand happy poops. I love these virtual stickers. Yum, yum. Tasty. No spicy. Oh, shit, dude. Yum, yum. Oh, yum, yum. 2 girls, 1 cup. 2 girls, 1 cup. 2 girls, 1 cup. Yum, yum. 2 girls, 1 cup. Oh, it's okay, Fly on Garza's Balls. No worries, home dog. It's just good to see you on the chat, my brony brother. Oh. Oh, I got you, man. Yeah, it's a give and take relationship, as in it's supporters and creators gives and YouTube take. Yeah, I mean, for instance, like YouTube takes, like, for all the jewels I get, I think I only get like maybe half of those. And then those are converted into dollars or whatever. It's pretty interesting. And then when it comes to like super chats, YouTube takes like 30%. So like if you give me $100 in super chats, I get $70 and then YouTube gets 30. Which is a fair trade-off. I mean, the fact that they're giving me the opportunity to make money, I mean, it helps. It helps YouTube. It helps me, whatever. But I do love my supers, though. I'm basically a YouTube shill at this point. I'm like the shilliest of shills. I'm a super shill. 2 girls, 1 cup. Yum, yum. 2 girls, 1 cup. No spicy. No spicy. I'm trying to be like those TikTok e-girls, you know? I think I have the ability to be like them. If I could be like that, I would give anything just to be that gay. All right, let's see here. So their operating income, this is very interesting to look at. Ooh, they have definitely operated in the negatives. Yikes. It's not good. Operating expenses, operating income. Ugh. See, this is an important thing. This is an important metric, and they explain this very well on stockanalyst.com analysis. So operating income is the amount of profit a company has after paying for all the expenses related to its core operations. So after it's done paying employees, after it's done paying whatever it needs to pay, this company, I will admit, is operating, from what I could tell, its cost of operations is a little high. I mean, I get it though. They're a health company. They have to do a lot of research and development, so that comes with the territory. Interest expense, I don't know much about. I've never really taken the time to look into interest expense, but what I'm curious is how much money are they borrowing? You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to really figure out, like, how much money is this company borrowing? And, you know, every company has to borrow money. That happens. But are they borrowing at a very high rate? That's funny, man. Damn, dude. Hey, I'm just glad to see you on here, man. And I'm sorry YouTube makes it a pain in the ass to find the streams that you want to watch sometimes. Usually they're good about it, but sometimes, man, and it could be the fact that I'm doing it as a vertical stream. That is a possibility. So, I don't know. YouTube is innocent. Free YouTube. Hashtag I'm a shill for YouTube. I do love YouTube, though. YouTube has given me a hell of an opportunity, and I'm, trying not to waste it in any way, and they've been awesome, man. But yeah, here's the thing, man. Senseonics is operating income. Oof. I believe they can get out of that, though. Like, if their operating income's high, but how much money are they borrowing, though? Interest expense. What's interest expense? Interest expense is the amount of money that the company paid in interest. Ooh, okay. So they didn't pay a butt ton in interest. So interest in income is the amount that. EPS, that's fine. I don't mind the basics. Let's see, diluted free cash flow. Free cash flow is still pretty rough. So free cash flow, by the way, is the cash remaining after the company spends on everything required to maintain and grow the business. It is calculated by subtracting capital expenditures from operating cash flow. So this company is in the negatives, but I will give them props. You know, it looks like they have improved in some way. I do see improvement, and I'll admit they don't seem like they're in the decline. You know, I don't necessarily see anything totally wrong with this company. Like, I mean, I don't think it's profitable yet. It's obviously not profitable yet based on what we're looking at. But operating margin, profit margin. Okay, this is interesting. So profit margin is something to look at too. Profit margin is the percentage of revenue left as net income or profits after subtracting all costs and expenses from the revenue. So their profit margin is looking a little bit rough. Granted, though, their profits were shit in 2020. They're still shit in 2021. But there was some hope in 2022. A little down in the last 2 years. But overall, I will give them some props. They seem to be maintaining. I'm not a big fan of EBITDA, by the way. EBITDA stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Is commonly used as a measure. Here's the thing. I don't like EBITDA. I think you need to figure out, look, calculating the interest, the taxes, the depreciation, like, you have to figure out those things. EBITDA is bullshit. I'm not a fan of EBITDA. I can't be it. Like Charlie Munger once said, I agree with him on this. Charlie Munger and I don't agree on a ton of things, but EBITDA, if you hear that word, just think shit or crap. Let's see. I said write down, selling, general administration. There's really not much you have to look at if we're going to be quite honest with each other. Gross profit's a big deal. You know, gross profit does matter on certain things, but that's not the end-all, be-all. Operating income's a big deal. Profitability matters. Their overall profit margin, like, what is that? Is it actually good? Is it bad? There's several things to factor, but you don't need to, like, overly complicate it. A lot of the times you could figure out, like, from balance sheets, cash, short-term equivalent, cash, receivables, inventory, total current assets. Where's the liability? Total liabilities. This is what we're looking for. Their liabilities don't seem to be too bad. They don't seem to have a lot of liabilities now. Shareholder equity is improved. That means if you're a shareholder, you actually have something real there, something tangible. I don't know. It seems like the company appears to be like they're looking like they're in an uptick of a positive direction, but you know, if there is no proven cash flows, though, it does fall in the term of speculative stock. So, look, if you believe in the product, you believe in the company, you know, I don't think anybody should ever go all in on a stock. You know, that's my personal opinion. But if you believe in a company and you're willing to throw down some money on it, and you think it's going to be a big deal and you want to long-term hold it, hell, man, I think that's good. I think it's fabulous. You know, I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. I mean, you still got to remember you're taking a risk. You know, when you're getting into companies like this, if they go bankrupt, I mean, you know, you as a shareholder get nothing. Keep that in mind. Me personally, like I said, you know, Nathan and I, we've discussed this a couple of times. My boy Nate Dogg and I. I would say that Nathan, if I remember correctly, my boy is fairly diversified. Like, not like hyper diversified like I am. I'm at maybe an unhealthy level of diversification. But I'm okay with that. All I know is that I want my portfolio to be I want my risk to be so spread out that no matter what happens, I can at least rest easy knowing that I'm diversified, So diversification matters in a lot of ways. We can't predict the future. So because we can't predict the future, even though we could most likely predict the outcome of how great a company is going to be, that sort of thing, I will admit diversification in any way can be the nicest thing in the world. And it does help me sleep very soundly at night. I'll say that. If you want instant diversification, though, like instantaneous, Vanguard Total World Index is amazing. Just want to say that right now. It's an amazing product. Well, it looks like the world is left. But how's everybody doing tonight? Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button right there. It's way up above. In fact, if I reach up, I might be able to touch it. Anyway, hit that subscribe button because I can't reach it. Tap that subscribe, man. Tap that subscribe tone. Tap that super chat tone. But yeah, you can it's funny when you take a look at any company's balance sheet, you kind of get a little more understanding about their financials. It's nice, man. Hey, thank you, Fly on Garza's balls. Heading to sleep. Get that sleep, my brony brother. Hey, and thanks for encouraging people to like the stream. I appreciate that. And subscribe. Thank you. I can't ask for more. And I could not ask for more. Hey, man, I try to keep the stream going. Oh, you do? I appreciate that, man. Well, I'm probably going to be heading to bed here soon anyway. Probably in the next, 50 minutes. 50, maybe? I'm a little tired. A little more tired than I anticipated, but definitely got to get my booty rest at some point, man. Road to 10K, 10,000 subscribers, man. One tap helps a ton. I appreciate it big time, everybody. But yeah, if anybody wants me to do a quick stock analysis, I always enjoy it. Analyzing stocks is fantastic, man. I love it. But if anybody wants me to analyze crypto or stocks, $5 super chat bare minimum. Even if you get like a little bit below the $5, I'll be pretty nice about it. So my analysis of Senseonics is I think this has the possibility of being a decent long-term holding, but it's still unproven. And you know me, man. You guys know me. My main saying is if there is no cash flow, just say no. Or if you're going to be speculating, make sure that you have exposure to a lot of different penny stocks. But make sure that you're not overly concentrated in one or the other. Not financial advice, just my own personal philosophy, that's all. Are you my twin? Prod.frosty, are we twinsies? Are we twinsies? I think we are. But thank you for everybody who subscribed and hit the like button as well. We really appreciate that on this channel. Yeah, here's the thing, man. I keep looking at this. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. No, we're discussing. We're doing a little bit of stock analysis and doing like $5 super chats per analysis, but I got a lot of gifts, the e-gifts, which is pretty dope, by the way. I love it. I was going over Senseonics because a buddy of mine actually holds on to it. He was in the chat. And you know, I find it interesting because analysts are saying that it is a strong buy. I'm a little concerned about its lack of profitability at the moment, but at the same time, it shows a lot of revenue growth. Now, revenue growth is not the only thing that you should look at. Because if the cost of operations get higher and higher, look, your cost of operations should not be through the roof, right? That's one of the biggest killers of most businesses is their cost of operations are too high, right? You want to try to lower the cost of operation to the best of your ability without screwing up the company. And then when you lower your cost of operations, then, you know, you can still grow while lowering. I mean, like you could make the company more efficient is what I'm trying to say. So with Senseonics, they got a great product going, right? So they may have to be unprofitable for a little bit because they may have to do some marketing for this. They may have to sell it. There's plenty of things that they're going to have to do overall. So with Senseonics, I mean, I personally like them. I think that as I've taken a look at their company a little bit, I don't know everything about them. I do think they're speculative. That is one thing I will say about this. It is speculative, so there's some risk involved. I don't know what the future of this company holds. It doesn't necessarily have a proven track record of profitability, but that device, the glucose monitoring device, it looks pretty promising. So I would say don't necessarily give up on it because here's another thing, Mr. Nathan. Even if this company doesn't do very well, it is possible that this company itself could get bought out by a bigger company. And if that happens, like let's say tomorrow, who's a big healthcare guy? Pfizer. Let's say Pfizer. I don't think this is going to happen. I don't believe this is going to happen. But let's say Pfizer in a hypothetical universe decided, wow, we should maybe buy Senseonics, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. But maybe a big company like Pfizer could come in and swoop up the company and buy it, in which, honestly, the shareholders who hold that company are going to get rewarded very handsomely. So you holding on to Senseonics, Mr. Nate Dogg, could be a blessing in disguise. Oh heck yeah, dude! You created a Chrome extension. Hell yeah! What does the Chrome extension do, my man? That's sick as hell, dude. Chrome extensions are pretty dope. I need to learn how to. Well, I need to look into creating some Chrome extensions. That'd be fun. I figure I use Google Chrome for just about everything, so having a Chrome extension would be pretty cool. You'll have to let me know what the Chrome extension's called. That'd be pimp, dude. I'm not in crazy pain today just because I'm going to be going to bed here shortly. This is not going to be a long stream. This is going to be a pretty short one for the most part. Just kind of relaxing a little bit, not doing too much today. I guess you could say I'm taking it a little easier today. But yeah, I'm not in crazy pain today, no. But yeah, I'm kind of Senseonics isn't that bad. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to look at see what ChatGPT says. I am kind of curious. I want to ask ChatGPT on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being lowest and 10 being highest. Should I buy Senseonics? Symbol SENS. I do want to have GPT actually analyze it on a scale of 1 to 10. Because I am curious to see what a lot of analysts say. Because ChatGPT could actually take a look at all the analysts and come back to me with an average on what they say. Now, I'm not saying that you should believe all the Wall Street analysts because some of them are full of shit. Sad face. I came for the late. Yeah, I'm still gonna be on here for a little bit. I'm not doing any like crazy mustard things. ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT. Now it's funny. I do like to do my own analysis, and then I like to see what ChatGPT says, just to compare my. Just because I like to critically think, and I like to come to my own conclusions for things. And as much as I love the AI, I don't want to completely outsource my ability to think to the AI. Because I do believe I have a good imagination, and I do like to put that to work. Yeah, I will admit, man, Senseonics has taken a huge dip over time. But not necessarily a bad company, in my opinion. I think it could be on the upswing, but it could keep going down. Down and down and down. You never know. This is what sucks about these speculative companies. Now, the great thing about some of these companies, by the way, is that when they do hit, like for example, Nathan, if Senseonics got bought by a big pharmaceutical company, or if maybe they started selling these products off the shelves and we're just making profit after profit after profit, then we could be seeing some cool shit out of that. And then the company's market value will go up and up and up. Obviously, that affects the direct share price. When the market value goes up, boom. You's a winner. Oh, I love it. Make sure you guys... hit the subscribe button. It's way up there. Hit that, boom, subscribe button. Hit it, boom. It's right up there, man. So the more people we have subscribing, the better. Keeps the channel growing, but keeps the channel flowing. Keeps my flow regulated. Nathan, no. Look, we don't want to give Brad any fuel. All right. Brad already gives me enough stuff. Look, not my bed, not my computer, not my microphone, not even my chair. Not even this is mine. This is a 0% alcohol one. No alcohol. Not my alcohol. Not my microphone. Not financial advice. But don't give Brad any more fuel. Look, Brad's been right about a lot of stuff, okay? And it pains me to admit Brad's been right about a lot of shit, okay? Nathan's out here making this show more miserable by giving Brad more fuel. We don't want Brad to have any more fuel. The dude already has enough fuel to work with, all right? Brad. Oh, yeah. Where's Brad lacking at? We need our boy Brad back. Brad. Kimoy says, Brad has all the gas, Garza has all the ass. I know what you're saying. I know what you want to say. I know I got that booty. I got a firm booty. I got that Hank Hill style ass. You know, it's very flat. Don't get me wrong. I got a very flat ass. Okay. So here's what Chat GPT. Oh my God, can you please help me? Please, Chat GPT. AI boyfriend Chat GPT, please. Okay, so ChatGPT gave a short answer of 4 out of 10. So ChatGPT rates Senseonics. It gives it a 4 out of 10. It says if you like high risk, small position bets, it did come to the same conclusion I did, that it is speculative. It's 6 out of 10 for a tiny allocation only. So basically you shouldn't, what it's saying is that, you know, you're taking a risk. It doesn't have proven cash flows, but, you know, I'm not trying to deter anybody from this one, because it does show promise. So ChatGPT is saying why the score isn't higher. Product win, business risk, EverSense 365-day implantable, CGM is FDA cleared and launched, a genuine differentiator versus 10 to 14-day wear rivals. Execution, commercial adoption is still unproven. Finance is improving, but still loss-making. There's dilution. Extends runway, but dilutes holders. Oh, yeah. That's right. There was a 1-for-20 reverse split. So it went down quite a bit. The share price really, really sank. Let's see. Go to market shift. Commercialization is moving from Essentia to Senseonics by 2026. Potential upside, but real execution risk. What could change the score up, though? So the score could go up a little bit in that rating if there's clear evidence of accelerating patient adds and payer coverage for 365-day CGM through 2026. Proof that in-house commercialization lifts sales efficiency without ballooning the losses. That makes sense. Continued clinical real-world data reinforcing accuracy and safety. So far, pretty solid. Some of the key risks to keep in mind: further capital needs, dilution if ramp lags, small base versus Dexcom/Abbott incumbents, reverse split stocks can stay very hostile. Or sorry, not hostile. Can stay volatile. None of this is personalized advice. It's intriguing tech, but still a high beta, execution heavy story. Best size tiny if you play it. So, look, if you're going to gain exposure to it, I think it's best. I do agree with GPT on this one. Just like I said, it's speculative. You don't want to put a lot of net worth into it. And if you have, it's not necessarily the end of the world. You can, by all technicality, have a long-term put contract that bets against it if you are concerned about there being more downside. Chances are that put option would expire worthless for sure if you were to buy that put option against it. But here's the thing, man. You should never just... You should always... This is why I say spread yourself out. Spread out your risk. Now, I don't know how diversified my bro's portfolio is, Mr. Nate Dogg, but I think this company does show promise, and it's speculative, but it's still... I don't think you should sell it all. I think you should wait on it and see what happens. And worst case scenario, maybe it is a go down with the ship scenario. I'm not entirely sure. But, sometimes things that are going down may not always go back up. That's always something to keep in mind. And here's the thing, man. I really do enjoy talking about... First off, I love talking about stuff that my bros are doing, especially if it's stock or crypto related. Even though I hate crypto, even though I can't stand it, I'll take a look at a ticker symbol and tell you why it's trash. It's pretty simple. They're all garbage, but which one is the most garbage of all garbage? I don't know. I think they're all equal garbage when it comes to crypto. But look at these penny stocks. I'm not against them. If anything, sometimes they could be a real opportunity. But you just don't know. Business is business, man. Even a company with a fantastic product, you just don't know what direction they're going to take. And I don't know. I say just if you have shares in that company, I'm not going to tell you to buy more. I'm not going to tell you to sell. I'm just saying do whatever you feel is right. Talk to a financial advisor. I like to talk to ChatGPT, but I only do that just because it's fun I like to see what the AI can find out. What does the AI think about my analysis? Is my analysis bullshit? I do. I want to know those things. I really do. I like to try to see the world through an egoless lens where my ego is not affecting my judgment on a lot of these things. And I try not to invest with emotion. I try not to invest with my ego. I try to really look at the company for what it is, where it's going, what it is, and you could tell where it's going by what the company is, simple things like that. There's really nothing too complicated about my methodology. I make sure the company doesn't have a lot of, it doesn't have a lot of debt, that sort of thing. Company with a lot of debt, that's always scary. I don't like that. If it has too much debt, it's a little bit risky, but, that's the nature of business, though. That's the nature of business, man. I just got a huge wave of tiredness. And, I definitely want to apologize to everybody. I am more tired than I anticipated. But I'm still going to keep trying to go on this one. It says if you... Let's see. I do want to read this one right here. So, let's see. The important thing is you never stop questioning. That's a cool name for a YouTube title. Let's see. If you buy stocks off of a YouTuber, you're losing money. Invest in a Roth IRA and let it sit. Also accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Don't be like this guy trying to make a buck off of suckers. Hey, look, people want me to take a look at some of their stuff. I'll give my honest opinion. And look, I'm not forcing anybody to give me money. There's no forcing. Look, $5 super chat or close equivalent to a $5 super chat at least will allow me to take my time to do a full analysis and see what I think. And from Senseonics' point of view, I could see this being almost close to a coin flip, if we're going to be honest. I could see it going in one or two directions. I could see the company being mediocre and sucking and going down the path of, maybe the product just sucks and it just doesn't go anywhere. But it's FDA approved, so that is a tall tale sign of goodness there. Nathan is sending lots of happy poop emojis, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Nate Dog. Anytime I can see happy poop emojis, by the way, that makes me very randy. Happy poop emojis get me going. They make me feel very sexy. And I like to encourage the happy poops. These happy poops are amazing. So we're just kind of talking about stock analysis. We're just kind of taking a look at different stocks. So if you want me to take a look at any specific crypto or stock or something like that, I'm more than happy to take a quick gander real quick. Jeez, I can't speak. But yeah, I'm always happy to look into some sort of stocks. Oh, but yeah, Senseonics, man, it might be one of those companies I should maybe consider. Gotta give it a try. So I've been up since like 6 a.m. and I'll admit, I'm actually really, really exhausted. Not that I'm complaining. I actually had a really, really good day. Very beautiful day. I'm just more exhausted than I anticipated. Joe Bob had a happy poop. I appreciate that, my brony brother. Hey, Joe Bob, you do what you gotta do, brother. Do your thing, man. But thanks to everybody who's subscribing, by the way. I appreciate the subs. Your subscriptions help the channel grow in many, many ways. And just hitting the subscribe button right up there just puts me over the top and puts the show in the right direction. Puts the show out to all the right people, or all the wrong people. I don't really care. As long as eyeballs can see the show, we want more people to see the show. That's always the goal. So the more the merrier. Seeing we could pull off, man. Hey, thank you, Bob. Joe Bob, I appreciate you, my brony brother. Drugs are bad, okay? Okay. I'm just trying to get my nut. Just like Mr. Mackey when he was joining. Oh, I'm just trying to get my nut. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, my brony brothers. You guys are so brony-tastic, dude. I love my brony. You guys are all my brony brothers, and I really greatly appreciate y'all. You gotta stay sexy. You gotta stay tight. Now, do any of you guys tap the screen with the tip of your dangus? Is there anybody out there that's tapping with their tip? I want to know. I want to know what turns you on. I want to know. I want to know what makes you cry. Simp scribe, man. Simp. Because I am a pimp for the pimps. And I am a simp for the simps. Everybody's a simp. Everybody's a pimp. I don't even know what we're doing here. I don't even know what we're doing right. I don't even know if we're doing it tight. I may be tight and bad and loose. I just don't know if I'm looser than a goose. And everybody wants to come. And everybody says yum yum. Oh yeah. No yeah. I don't know where I am. Oh yeah. No yeah. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? And this is where I grew up. Oh shit, yeah. Make sure you guys shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Standing on the edge of forever. At the start of whatever. All right, you guys, I might just be a little too tired for this. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you guys want me to keep this stream going, even though I'm tired as hell, send me a super chat. I'm going to end the stream in 10 seconds. I'll do a countdown. It's not going to be an exact 10 seconds, obviously. But it's going to be a 10-second countdown. We're going to go starting here in just a second. One moment. You guys ready for this 10-second countdown? Ready? We're going to do it. 10 seconds. Unless we get a super chat, obviously. But 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, if anybody's got any last second super chats. Okay. We do got Jules. You know what? Nathan did send more jewels. So we can... Okay, since that equivalates to about $1 worth of jewels, we'll keep the stream going for another 2 minutes, let's say. Now, let's get a timer out. Let's make this kind of fun. Let's make this kind of interesting. Hold on. We'll do a 3-minute timer, okay? And let's see here. Give me a second. Yes, we'll do 3-minute timer. Give me a few moments. I want to make sure we're keeping this on lockdown. What the fuck? It's going to be a little bit of an experiment here, you guys. We're going to do a bit of an experiment. If I could figure my shit out. Oh, where's the timer? Clock. What the hell? It's not letting me do it. What's going on? I just want to touch the clock. All right, let's try this again. Where's my clock at? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Well, that's stupid. Hold on. No more jewels. All right. Well, either way, Nathan, you're keeping this show alive for another 3 minutes. And I appreciate that, big dog. Let's see. There's probably a timer website we can just reference real quick. I don't even know why I'm not using that. Let's just let's go to Firefox. All right, I'm going to get a timer up on the board here. Timer. Oh, Google has a timer. Let's do it. Let's. Okay, we'll just add 5 minutes, I guess. All right. Well, we got it's pretty dope. Let's see. Boss man said you can't end the stream. Yep. So no more jewels from Nate Dogg, everybody. So Nate Dogg is my sugar, our sugar brony Nate Dogg has failed us all. If anything, he saved the show from mediocrity. So we got 3 minutes and 49 seconds until this. Now, like I said, we can add time. We can reset this clock. We can reset the clock with a super chat. All right, super chats reset the clock, and that's all I gotta say, bro. My brony brothers, my brony brothers. I can't help that I'm the greatest rapper of all time. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm sorry, I can't help it. All right. Hey, go Blazers, man. Go Blazers. Hello, Kitty Gamer. How you doing? Welcome to the show. We all's brony brothers up in here. Oh, that ain't happening, Keemway. That's not a tonight thing. Oh. I am so tired, man. But hey, while we're waiting for the show to end, we got 2 minutes and 45 seconds before the show ends. I want to thank everybody on here. You guys are always so fantastic, and honestly, oh so very kind. Like, I'm a lucky bastard, man. I'm one lucky dude. All right. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, though. More subscribers we get, the better. If you guys can tap the like button, that does help as well. Just anything will really do. We really just We're trying to keep the show going. We're really just trying to up the subscriber base, and surprisingly, the subscriber base has been, going crazy, and in a good way. In a good way, we're really upping the ante on it, and we're just really seeing what we could pull off. And my God, I love doing this show. Like, if there's one thing I found is my calling, it's entertaining you guys. It's entertaining people. Yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it at the end of the day. It's too much fun, man. Hold on. It's good to see my boy Keemoy, though, dude. Always good to see Keemoy Chapman up in the house. Keemoy's the man, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, you guys, we're down to like 14 flipping seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. OMG, we're about ready to end the stream, but you know what? You guys can save it. Oh, I got City Boy 503 sent 20 joules party hat. Hell yeah, dude. New alert: Trump orders Garza to not end the stream. Oh man, I appreciate that, City Boy. Though, I would say that adds about a minute. Well, how do you reduce this? Okay, so we're trying to do a timer, but oh, okay. Does it let me choose? I want to do 2 minutes. Okay. So, City Boy 503 kept the stream going a little while longer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do one. No. Okay. So, because City Boy was nice enough to donate those 20 joules, we're keeping the show going on for another 49 seconds. Another 49. So I appreciate that big time, City Boy 503. We're going to keep it going. 20 joules really equates to about, I don't know, I probably get like 10 or 15 cents, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So, I mean, like, I'm grateful for anything that anybody ever sends me. It just keeps the channel going. It keeps the channel entertaining, so we always appreciate the little gifts. Hey, the 10 joules. Let's add some time to this. If it'll let me add time, that is. We'll put it on pause. Okay, well, yeah, we just added 30 seconds to the... thank you, City Boy. That basically that adds some 30 seconds to the time, so we're at 47, 46. If you guys want the stream to keep going, more either virtual gifts or super chats, one or the other. I'm pretty much cool with any of it. But before, just in case the stream does end in 30 seconds, I want to say thank you, everybody. One thing, parting note: make sure you guys diversify, man. I'm not here to tell you what stock is going to 10x, because honestly, at the end of the day, I have zero clue which stock is going to 10x or what's going to do what. I think anybody who pretends like they know what's going on in the market, like knows exactly what each company's going to do, is frauding you, man. Yeah, they're frauding you. Uh-oh. Well, you guys, I think that is the end of the show. I'm a little tired. Unless you guys want to add some more time to the clock, we can keep the show going. I mean, the only way to add it is super chats and joules and stuff, and Keeps the, but City Boy 503, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that big time. City Boy 503 just subscribed. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, brother. I really do, man. More subscribers we have, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. It keeps us fresh, keeps the channel good. We're gonna keep doing the live shows. Obviously, we're big on the live streams. We love it. This is what we live for overall. And I'll probably try. I might do more stock analysis videos. And the reason I love doing these is because not that I'm the best analyzer of stocks. I don't believe I'm the GOAT or anything, but it's fun to analyze. It's only, we do it for fun. We don't do it for financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. It gives me the opportunity to see what I think about a stock, and then we plug it into ChatGPT. We'll see what it thinks. But you'll get my analysis first, unedited, and then you'll get ChatGPT. You'll get ChatGPT's opinion as well. So it's a win-win situation. We try our best, and that's the way we roll, man. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button right there. It's in the upper right-hand corner. And, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, it does help the channel a lot in more ways than one. And, I'm tired of my Gooner Brony brothers. I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to go get some sleep because I've been up since 6 in the bloody morning. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like a woe is me thing. I'm just not used to getting up early anymore. So it's been wild, and it's been fun, though. Today was a very fun day. I got to go to the aquarium. I should actually upload some of those videos here pretty soon. Now that I think about it, I'll schedule those for probably the 28th and to the 29th. Yeah, I could schedule those on the YouTubes. That'll be cool. I need more goo. Can somebody please give me the goo? ChatGPT, can you please tell me where I could find blue frosting for my eyebrows? I don't have any eyebrows. So ChatGPT, please. Please. ChatGPT needs to give me love. Needs to give me rubs. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm going to stop being a creep right now. I'll catch you all later. I am out. I am going to relax as much as possible. And, of course, I will be back doing this when I can. And I'll try to stay sexy while doing it. No promises, though. All right, you guys rock. Thank you guys so much. For now, I am outro. Outro Romy, yeah. How do I turn this off? Oh, also, before I go, hit the subscribe button right there. Hit it. Well, more subscribers we have, the better. So please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. It keeps this channel alive. I appreciate it big time. And never gonna give you up. Yeah. Let's go. Let's Evan go. Yeah. Let's rock it. out of the park. Later, everybody.